Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the UKEL. I'm still with Will Viper and Whittingham, and I'm joined by Harry, best caster out of the big three, UK Evans. And we're going straight into Champ Select for our second game between Vector and London Esports. Vector on the red side, London Esports on the blue.
Yeah, respect Aragon.
Respect Aragon on the blue. You gotta give it. You gotta give credit. So we are into this one.
What's depressing?
What's depressing, Harry?
Oliver immediately memed that tweet, and his tweet has more likes.
Okay, so all I'm hearing is
story of my
Twitter
life.
And like the tweet that Aragon made is what I'm hearing. Is that what? Yeah, is that the
people stand me? I am your king, according to Aragon. And I have never read those books in my life, but he's like King of the Dragons, right?
There was the old UKLC one with like the book where it was like reading it and then got like roared at you and then ran at you. That was the last clip before the intro title. But I mean, we're digressing a little bit. It is like Turbo's like doing this is like maybe the most iconic image from UK.
No, it's happening again.
Okay, so bans are pretty standard looking.
Wait, hang on. Why is Pravious's team banned Thresh? That's not standard at all. He's a one trick.
Respect ban?
True.
It's like we're going to give you a chance. We're going to ban away Pravious's main, but Pravious actually had a really clean game on Galio last week. His first game on Vector since he got added to the roster, and with the Syndra being locked in, it's going to be the Galio and the Sejuani potentially. Galio's being hovered, the Sejuani already locked in, and what are you making of the first couple of picks here?
Braum.
Okay.
Braum is here.
Anything...
As goes the quote. We just saw like how disgusting that can be.
Yeah.
They're also blinding the Sejuani. Congratulations, welcome to Trundle. You know, Trundle is really good versus Galio, and he's really good versus Sejuani. So I feel like that has to be the immediate pickup for No Name here. I can't see a world in which you don't want Trundle as your jungler here, unless you just cannot play him in the slightest. And he's not that hard. Although I do say that as someone with a sub 40% win rate with him in solo queue, and I think I never won a competitive game playing him, despite having many attempts. So it's oh my god, they haven't done it. Okay.
It was being hovered for the longest time, but the Kaiser Janna being locked in as the choices.
Ollie, what's gone wrong, buddy?
What do you make of that?
Oliver, come on, man.
You were the chosen one.
You're the chosen one. This is a Chad support player. I thought you were playing Pyke. Thresh, admittedly banned. Kaiser Nautilus. That's a nice lane. Janna?
I don't know. I feel
Buddy,
about that.
I better have a DM saying that this is a proxy pick, or I will not be a happy boy.
These are correct.
Oh yeah, hate to hear it.
Kled has been banned away. Will Vector's second ban be the Trump?
Can we join their voice channel in the server just to roast them, say what's going on?
It's locked. Oh, I don't think we have him, but I don't think we have the rights to be in there.
Unlucky.
Sadly, but I mean, the Ezreal has been picked up as well for Vector. Fuyu will be on that one, and waiting for the last two bans. Do you expect to see the Trundle ban here? No, it's the Fiora. Never mind. Do you know what? Don't want to play my game Vector. That's fine. I don't care. So the Trundle is still an option. Unless Vector decide to pick it top, pull a bit of a Brilliant, and just pick it and be like, hey, you can't have it because we're playing it.
Still the greatest outdraft in the history of
League of Legends.
The history of the UK League of Legends.
Not just all League of Legends, probably.
True. No one has ever been outdrafted for just picking Garen when they've already got the Yumi.
He did then get clapped.
What? Was that the Malphite game?
No, because
was that the Malphite backdoor game?
No, because he was on Garen.
He was playing the Malphite. I remember now. Yes.
Yeah, he picked the Garen and then got just ruined by Demise. Who was Demise's top laner at the time?
Curb?
No, it was last split. Curb was.
Do you know a fun Demise fact?
Maybe it was Merp. Maybe Merp ruined him. Yeah, I'll have a fun Demise fact. Go on then.
I use a Demise shirt as my mirror.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I don't own a mirror.
Okay.
I do. There are mirrors in my house. There's not one in my room. Some of my housemates have one. And there's in one of the bathrooms, there is a mirror. It is about 1 foot by 1 foot. And because I'm a big fella, it is at sort of sternum height, you know?
Yeah.
Not very useful.
No.
It's also in the bathroom on like the other side of the house. Like,
Okay.
come on, I'm not walking all the way over there. So what I have next to my door is a framed Demise shirt, a relic from the UKLC. You know, we used to have the shirts up at the back of the stage. That's a sort of parting gift for us.
Okay.
So I just use my reflection in that as a mirror.
How are you reflecting in the Demise shirt?
Well, because it's got the glass front, right? It's not that.
Oh, you've got like in the mirror. I thought you were just
It's in
talking
the frame.
about the shirt.
No, I have a
was so
shirt, just
confused.
one nail just hammered into the wall. Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought. I was like, then how are you looking at yourself in that?
No,
it's a
it's the
black
frame
shirt.
of the shirt. It's the frame of the shirt that. But it's because it has the black background on the shirt. It's kind of reflective, you know.
Just buy a mirror. They're not all that expensive.
Okay, the thing, like, I actually could, but I can't put like anything in the walls, and that shirt, there just happened to already be a nail in the wall. So I was like, well, I'll just put that there from like the previous tenants or something. So, you know. In any case, in this house we stand Demise. But there's also just been loads of pics. Oh god, Splash playing Rise again. Oh no.
Why don't you talk us through that one, and then we'll get on to No Name picking Lee Sin rather than Trundle.
Oh, he didn't pick Trundle. I thought I saw it hovered.
It was hovered for a long time, but he changed at the last minute to pick Lee Sin. But let's go on the Rise pick first, into the Syndra. This is the counter pick. What do you make of this?
It's Splaff, man. Did you not watch last week? Oh no. So Splaff popped last week, but every time there was a fight, he would just int it. Like, there was the first fight, which looked really good for his team, and then Splaff ran in behind 4 people. Fat flank, immediately died. There was then another fight that looked really good for his team, and he just ulted straight up out of the fight whilst the rest of his team fought, like 180 degrees the wrong way. And then there was like some other inting shenanigans, and then there was the final siege. His team engages, there's big clash, 10-man 5v5, and Splaff pops his ult and takes 3 people of his team just out of the fight that they were winning. They still won the fight and the game. Splaff had the best KDA. He popped, but he just had a couple of spicy moments in that one.
Okay. Thank you for the TED Talk.
That's a cheap history lesson.
While we're waiting on the us to get into game, Lee Sin pick for No Name into the Sejuani. What are you? Actually, no, before we do that, we'll come back to that because we're starting off in the game. Looking at these two team compositions, you predicted that London would win this game. Are you still on the side of London Esports, or do you think the Vector could take this one?
Oh, in this house we stand Hasib.
Okay, so London, I guess, is just the...
Yeah, it would be the...
Okay, cool. I agree. Although previous on Galio last week did look really clean, was talking to Jamada about this at length, and he
did look better
it.
than I expected. Like, mostly because he's
Not
like a
sure
Ivan
if flame or compliment.
It's a bit of both. It's a little bit of both, you know. I didn't have high hopes for the man in support, and then I heard he was a Thresh one trick when he did play support. So when he locks in the Galio, you get a little sweaty, especially seeing as the Galio is not really like a quality pick right now. It's not like the peak of the meta, but you know, he did really well on it. So you should have another fancy performance this time around. Something we haven't spoken about, Set got really far through picks and bans and was grabbed up by Vector there, and that's a real nice synergy with the Sejuani, because he has such high attack speed and auto attack reset that you just insta-stack her passive. So keep your eyes peeled for that one, because anytime Dunlossie heads up into the top lane, it's pretty free. And he will be in the top lane a lot, because you have a Janna and an Ezreal in bot lane, so this is not really a place you want to be as the jungler.
We are into game. London on the blue side, Vector on the red. Both junglers starting bot side. Kind of the standard stuff you say at the beginning of games, because that's how they're starting. And interesting to see where people will decide to gank first up. You think the Sejuani will be looking towards that top side. What about Lee Sin? What about No Name? What's the game plan for him, do you think?
I mean, other than having a light fit in Champ Select, when I can only assume that it was the situation when a little bit like this, coach said pick Trundle, and then we see, you know, Oliver hover Trundle for here, and then No Name goes, no, I want to play Lee Sin! And they have to lock it in for him. That's kind of how I've assumed this game has gone. If that will be an indication of how it might go when it comes to the fights, he's like, oh, I gotta get the ganks, give me kills, I'm Lee Sin, I want to carry! You know? maybe it's going to go a little bit downhill, but he has done the standard 3-buff, 3-camp clear. Hit level 3, is not able to get any ganks off, so now he's going to go and farm his way back down, which is going to make him end up in the bottom lane, which isn't great, because again, that's not really the lane you want to be in. Janna's nice versus Galio, but like, it's not really proactive. She negates for Galio entirely, but it's not really something you can do much into as the jungler. And because of this, No Name has actually gone for the cheeky take the 2 little wolves, and now look for an engage onto Dunlossie.
Maybe just looking for the steal on the red buff. Is currently on it. Dunlossie is doing the Krugs none the wiser. Use the smite to take the big Krug, and Dunlossie will be losing out on his buff because nice guy gone. Dom has come up, nice guy, 1 auto and walks away, but No Name, the perfect crime, will be getting out with the triple buff, and that's pretty sad for the Sejuani. Dunlossie gonna discover that he's been bamboozled in the jungle. Walks over a ward as well, so they know exactly where he is, and now it's just a case of No Name having the domination on that top side. Sejuani going to move down to bot side to try and grab up the Rift Scuttle. Ryze teleporting mid, and had to go back very early for that tier, but
And he got it.
he got it, you know.
See, that's kind of... Well, No Name's a little late on what I was about to say. No Name wants early pressure on the Ryze to deny him the tier buy, but now he's looking to make up for previous misdeeds as he moves on into that lane, but Splaff sees it coming, zooms on out. Now Dunlossie, I think he was spotted by that ward, and again, this is a hard lane to gank. You've got Cleanse on the Cleanse on the Kai'Sa, and Janna is just going to tornado you if you ever go on in for that gank. So you can see this is why Oliver and Blue Spirits are playing a little bit more confidently than you might expect, because this engage will fizzle.
Yeah, no taunt coming through. The Sejuani has come in, but now Splaff needs to be very careful. Has already used that teleport, so doesn't want to have to do the walk of shame. Going to be able to just get out of that one. Flash has now been burnt. This is now a very fertile ganking ground for No Name mid.
Yeah, and that gank from Dunlossie in the bot lane as well it looks like it wasn't great, but the wave was in such a rough situation for London that just to ease off that pressure and let Yuki sort of farm up was really nice. However, because of that delay, we now see this big wave coming on in to hit the tower. Really good time to go for Drake. You've got a huge wave that an Ezreal can't really do a lot to get through. The Galio can chip it down. You have your jungler on the bot half of the map. No Name's recalled. But never mind. Didn't want the Drake anyway, you know. 20 creeps at their tower. Didn't want a Drake anyway. So this is kind of rough, because Fuyu is now going to get a huge influx of gold off of that wave. We're going to see... Actually, are they going to... Okay, they might look to set up a freeze, because they have the Ezreal TP. So, not sure what's going on here. Are they freezing? No, they're just catching the wave. In any case, he just got a major amount of gold. But Blue Spirits and Oliver had worked hard to set up that wave, and they don't actually get anything for it other than a slightly advantageous buy. But at the same time, it's just a pickaxe. It's like maybe if they'd gone back for a BF sword or something, you could see it. But pickaxe versus Sheen, I feel like the Sheen is almost slightly better here. So a lot of effort put in for London, and they don't really get anything out of it.
Then back on the top side, not going to be able to find anything there because the set is in base. X cheeky. Could well just teleport back towards that top side. Dunlossie moving bot, trying to get some domination around the dragon, but just going to start this one up.
Just starting it with a recalling mid laner with no mana and no teleport and a bot lane in base. It's not great, but there's not really a lot that it seems that that London know about. Yeah, their bot lane is under tower, but so there's not really like too much they can do about this. But I just cannot see. Like, there have been some interesting first Drake solos today, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it works, I guess, but your bot lane is in base when you start it. You're a level 4 Sejuani, so you're not really doing it exceedingly fast, and you are going to take a fair bit of damage. Your mid laner is on 0 mana with no teleport and currently recalling. If No Name had been there, and I don't know how well Dunlossie was tracking him and how much information Dunlossie had, if No Name was there, or if Dom came down to get a ward or a bit of vision, that just goes horribly wrong.
Looking towards the bot side now. Lee Sin could well catch Splaff out on this invade. Not going to be able to, just going to get the damage down. The ward down, in fact, and then going to be pushed out. And a very slow start to this game, you've got to say. The dragon was taken. Rift Herald is going to be up pretty soon, and that's when we might see some plays, but honestly, not all that much is going down.
Yeah, and this is very bad news for London, because No Name is playing one of the alluded to earlier Sinner champs, as in he's playing Lee Sin, where you sort of, if they get cocky and play too far up, you can get really fed and get some nice ganks. Dom doing a lot of damage, but
a lot of damage to Splaff.
Chunk out Splaff a little bit. Splaff should be reasonably safe though, as Dom is not made of mana right now, but no name actually. Maybe looking for a gank here.
Will be caught out by Don Lossie though. He's going to look for the engage though, feeling like he might win the fight, able to jump out of that one pretty safely, and Previous was on the prowl, but not able to grab anything just yet.
So Dunlossie looking for that Q back in, obviously because Previous is moving up, but No Name able to get out. So, here's the issue. If that gank goes off, brilliant for No Name, but he's not able to find anything. And every time he isn't able to find anything, he's just picked Lee Sin. So he's just going to be falling off. Like, Lee's a very strong early game jungler, and he has a pretty decent sort of power curve throughout the game, but tanks only get tankier and tankier as the game goes on. So Dunlossie, especially on this patch with the Cinderhawk buffs, of course, is going to have a really good time the longer this game goes. And if No Name isn't able to get anything going now, he's not going to be happy.
No Name looking towards bot side, but Dunlossie's sitting in the bush, and it'll be a 3v3, but both junglers just deciding to recall down there. No plays being made right now, and honestly, the Lee Sin pick needs to start getting stuff done relatively soon, would you say? Because, as you were saying about the tanky stats, Lee Sin in the later stages, not the best.
Yeah, it's...
Obviously still has the
pressure
kick.
on Lee Sin early. Like, yeah, you have the kick, she has the ult. Like, that one requires less hinting and less flashes to pull off, so... It's very favoured to Vector in that regard. However, there is also a Janna for London. Janna is very strong, especially with Kai'Sa. You can really enable her, but it's not exactly like a champion that's going to hard win you a game on the spot. So, you're looking at a London comp, and realistically, when you get into a later team fight, you sort of have 3 champions. And even then, Aatrox is made for the lane bully. Like, Aatrox can absolutely smurf on a set, and that is sort of what we're seeing here, if you look at the CS lead. But when it comes to the late game, he's not going to be able to run down an entire team. You know, he's not... It's not like he's a Fiora or a Gangplank who has this huge capability late game if he gets fed. It's like, no, he's just sort of Aatrox. He wins lane and then he kind of fizzles out. So, a lot of pressure here on the London squad. And see, just are they going to be able to get anything done? Because right now, Vector have hit the rotation first, and they've come up and they've got themselves a Rift Herald.
Gonna be picking that one up for free as well. Dunlossie getting all the work done in the early game, which isn't the way around this matchup's really meant to go with the Lee Sin and Sejuani, as you just said, but it's going to drop it immediately mid. You do have the bot lane has rotated up to create pressure there, and should be getting a decent amount of gold, a decent amount of damage on this mid tower. The response is No Name and Nice Guy Dom, but the charge is still going to come off, and they're not going to be able to defend 3v2 very effectively. It looks like Vector are just going to back away, but very nice, clean play in the early game from the team.
It's a nice enough Herald from Vector, but it doesn't really accomplish much. All it does is try to smooth out the huge gold difference there is right now. I say huge, it's not massive, but it's literally all in CS, which is not a good sign. Because that just means it's not like, oh, Vector made some glaring mistake and gave over a double kill or something. It's like, no, they are just better than you. Like, in lane, you have been outclassed. So you don't really want to have a huge gold... You never want a gold deficit, but you sort of get what I'm saying. It's a spooky deficit to have. The thing is that just... London have the lead now, but they're not doing anything with it. They haven't accomplished anything. They haven't tried to make anything happen when they have such strong early game champions. And the longer this game goes, you're just having Splaff scale up on Rise, and you're getting the Sejuani is just getting tankier, and Previous is just getting tankier, and Yuki is just getting very low.
That was very close from Nice Guy Dom.
Calculated.
All planned.
He's got a pot ticking. That is a tactical biscuit right there.
Previous gonna chill in mid as well. It takes a decent amount of damage from the Syndra as well, and London really want this second Dragon, the Ocean. Okay. So it's gonna be a different soul that we've got this game, the Infernal and the Ocean. So it can be Mountain or Cloud. Which would you prefer to see?
I think both teams are hoping for Cloud.
Okay, so let's
100% as their soul. And there it is.
There it is.
The reason you want the Cloud, huge on Kai'Sa. Obviously getting ult reduction, great. And I'm going to pick champions at random at this point. But the ult reduction is lovely, gets her mobility in fight, she ults into someone and then she sprints off at 99 miles an hour. Likewise, Aatrox has the same sort of dealy going on. The extra movement speed when you pop the ult, great. Syndra just wants the lower cooldown, great. You know, even Janna cooldown, very nice. Pretty much almost the exact same thing can be said for all of the champions on the side of Vector. Galio and Ryze, massive ult cooldowns. Sejuani, pretty high, and the extra mobility to be able to ult their front line, and basically you can run past them with the move speed and then Q onto the back line and get huge CC going. Good times. Set, obviously he's throwing himself into the middle of the team. He wants a shorter cooldown on his ability to do that, and once you get there, you can reposition a lot better with the Soul. So both teams real happy about a Cloud Drake. These are going to be very important and something that both teams could be looking to fight over as the game progresses.
And we saw last game that UK players do love fighting over dragons, because every dragon, there were a lot of steals last game.
There were.
But do you think that No Name's
Daiku stole the game away from Pete? He stole my predictions.
He stole your predictions. I'm just going to throw it out there, just for those of you wondering. Putting the man on blast. I was the only person to actually predict Mythos to win. Governor is actually just copying my predictions.
True.
Stage. So,
very true.
This isn't even like a question thing. Like, he wrote in our chat, in our broadcast chat, these are my predictions because that's what Viper said. And splatting a lot of damage. Needs to be careful. We'll go down for first blood. Nice guy Dom, able to just ult that one away.
Predict that.
I mean, last time it was very, very close to killing the Ezreal. This time gets the kill, and this is the power of Syndra in these kind of stages of the game. Could basically just two-bang people, especially if you've got people to assist.
True. When you bring your team in, it's a 3v1, you oftentimes find you'll get a kill. So I want to see Dom actually doing something now, like try and get a bit of a roam going. It's hard to outpush the Ryze, but, you know, you've got the magical boots. It's a cloud map, so there's a little bit more move speed when you go for roam. So you can just roam between waves, that's fine. You don't have to shove the Ryze into his tower. Maybe it'll become a 2v2 with the Ryze ult, but if you bait that out once, then you can do it next time when the ult is on cooldown. Because Nice Guy Dom has just finished off his Ludens, and we saw earlier, he gets the huge chunk out onto Fuyu. Does not matter in the slightest if he doesn't kill him. Doesn't really care if he gets the kill. Obviously he wants it, but it's fine if he doesn't, because it pushes Fuyu back, takes him out of the map, and then the team can go down for the dragon. So we want to see a little bit more coordination like that, because again, London haven't done too much in this game. And so if you can see Dom moving up and just chunking people out and go, okay, now we can use this to get a top tower, because people think sort of at the higher up you go in League, the smaller advantage you can push. In like bronze, people are like, oh, if I go for a gank, it has to kill, and then when you get to sort of like plateau, it's like, okay, well, I got his sums, that's cool, I can come back later. And now it's like, I've chunked him for 70% health, I can turn that into a dragon, So I want to see these small advantages pushed from London, but realistically they're just going to send 4 people in mid. However, Splaff is sweating. This is pretty diveable, to be perfectly honest with you, though Dunlossie has come to defense. Splaff, walking up, taking fair bit of damage. Keep your eyes on the cooldown for Sejuani E. It is now available. If she hits that stun, Splaff is very dead to a dive from No Name and Blue Spirits.
Nice guy Dom, able to do just absurd damage with this Unleashed power right now, and as you say, very good diving tool, because if you can get onto Splaff, you don't need to kill Splaff on the dive. You need to get Splaff to like 50% health, 40% health, and Nice Guy Dom can just do the rest. So it's kind of like you've got this tool, and Nice Guy Dom just gonna try and put the damage down. Splaff able to get away with that phase rush, and looks pretty good in the mid lane right now, but looking other places, as you say. The top lane being pretty quiet, but a gold lead, farm lead coming in for the Aatrox. Looking towards the bot lane, being pretty quiet, but a little lead there. But lots of damage coming down onto Nice Guy Dom. The ultimate comes through from Previous, looking to catch onto the Syndra, but teleport coming through very deep from Death by Lollipop, so they're going to be able to get the first kill of the fight as Previous is left up to dry by Dunlossie. Going to be forced away, but the Aatrox now has to flash away just to be safe. The ultimate is ticking, so had a decent amount of life steal, but now Fuyu needs to be careful because he is going to be taken low. And Nice Guy Dom, no ultimate though. Not the kill button that you need, but decent fight there from London.
Yeah, and a nice little combo there from Dom and from No Name is we've seen all these stuns land onto Splaff, who's got the Merc Tread, so you can see why he's not taking a lot of damage from Dom, and he's not really getting getting burst down, getting stunned for too long. But then, off the back of that one, we see the stun lands through onto Previous, and it looks almost a little bit like No Name is surprised at how long it's lasting, because he turns up and he sort of waits a little second, he's like, oh wait, no, this guy's like actually stunned. He doesn't have any tenacity. So they go on through, get themselves a lovely little combo onto the very squishy Moby Boots Galio, and off the back of that, they're able to get a Herald. And now, apparently off the back of that, they are looking for a Cloud Drake, because you'd think whilst the Herald is going on, Vector can use that to try and sort of set up for the dragon, but instead they do not a lot. The Herald is deployed top, the Cloud Drake is now started by London, and this is a sticky situation for Vector.
Vector have got the inside track onto the dragon. It is started up, but they are going to lose the first tower top lane. And now There's no teleport from Death by Lollipop, so it means it will be a 4v4 if the fight comes in, but Previous gonna get the dragon stolen away from them. No Name will die for that as he's caught back in by the set, but dragon and first tower for your jungler, you're gonna take that.
Yeah, Vector are able to push London off the Drake, but then No Name's like, doesn't matter, I'll get it anyway. Moves on in, yet another steal, and 2 towers in the top lane for Death by Lollipops. On this Aatrox, that is huge. To give him that solo gold, just snowball him ahead and keep him up in the 1v1, because the Aatrox is going to fall off. So any time that you can have is where you can keep him ahead of Extra Cheeky on the set, where he can keep Extra Cheeky in lane and away from the team, is going to be huge. On top of that, you've now opened up a massive portion of the map and even secured yourself a little bit of vision to set up for that Baron. But No Name, he tags 1Q onto Dunlossie. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna help myself to that one. Slides on in, gets suplexed, and drops pretty quickly. But he got the Drake, he got what he came for. Dying Breath, worth.
Yeah, absolutely worth. You're Lee Sin, you know that you're going to be able to get that, and this is set up for Harry Dr. Evans' favourite event, the Scary Third Dragon, because London are going to be able to put pressure on that one. They're in a really great position this game to be in control of the Dragon area at that time, and Vector needs to start making some plays. Like, Dunlossie was doing so well in the early game, but it's kind of just slowed down to a crawl, and London have taken advantage with these little gold leads that they've managed to accrue for themselves. And Oliver, though, needs to be super careful. The Oliver from Sejuani will be missed, though. The Janna will instantly fall. Actually takes a lot longer, and Oliver's able to get out. No way is that happened. Unleashed Power will be enough, but the flash roll from Dunlossie will secure the kill. It's traded, though. It's 2 for 1 right now. Blue Spirits just chasing down Fuyu. Jumps over the wall. The flash is also going to be wasted by the Ezreal as Hasib picks up a triple.
And what's going to be the play off this? They've got a wave with them cannon as well, so they can push on in to the mid wave. Extra Cheeky baited out a little bit there, and now Blue Spirits trying to take down this tower. He's not doing it exceptionally quickly. Not sure if he's going to be able to take it out. Extra Cheeky is enough to keep him away, but if Extra Cheeky is in the mid lane, then Death by Lollipops is getting his 3rd tower of the game down. But it's getting so ahead on this Aatrox. See, he's got his cleaver finished up as well. That's lovely. And now, with the Syndra and Lee Sin on the top side of the map for London, they can just push that wave out, try and get a bit of control up there, set up vision for the Baron that spawns in just 20 seconds.
Death by Lollipop's kind of playing PvE right now, because regardless of these plays, he knows his team's in a great position, so he doesn't need to turn up. He's able to get so many objectives on the side lanes. He's taken 3 towers on split push already in this game, and it's coming up to 20 minutes, and he's in a decent position to fight Extra Cheeky as well. Has all that gold, has 2 full items in his pocket, and quietly going about his business. But London Esports, very, very strong position. What can Vector do? What's Vector's game plan to try and get back into this one?
Splaff.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the man is building double stacking and is nowhere close to his rower. This kind of tends to happen when you're behind on Rise. He got some early leads. I think he got some early kills handed to him, and last time he played Rise, so it looked really good. This time around, he isn't in a bit of a rough spot. But you do still have him as a carry. There is still the fact that Aatrox will fall off, Set will not. Lee Sin will fall off, Sejuani will not. Splaff actually ulting the correct direction and getting out of that fight. Nice one. That's, he's improved.
What's Splaff done to you? What's the
honestly,
damage here?
What he's done is given quality content to everyone that watched last week's game. We gave him MVP. He deserved it, but it was just pure comedy.
It's cheeky. Needs to be a bit
there's
careful.
no 2 ways about it.
I might have to go back and rewatch that, because I had it on in my side view, but wasn't watching it fully, and
Oh, you missed out.
You know me, obviously watching it muted. Doctor was casting, and here comes
True.
Previous. He's going to go very, very low. No Name waiting for the kick, but he won't need it as Previous will go down. So I did a little bit longer than I expected, though, and Death by Lollipop still pushing away in that bot side. That's what London needed to start up this Baron. Very, very early one at 21.5 minutes. Can they take this one, or is there going to be some kind of contest?
Well, they have the Janna ults to keep them alive through this fight. Even though they're taking it very slowly, they have a lot more effective health than you might think, and there's not too much of a contest coming through. Dunlossie doesn't have vision, but he must know that they're not doing it exceedingly fast. Dom, it's blind. Oh no.
Dunlossie going to get stunned up, going to be taken out, and now there's no smite, but they will be able to get the Lee Sin actually, so no smite from either side. Nice guy, Dom. Going to be able to help secure that one. Blue Spirits there, no contest coming in from Vector. Death by Lollipop's just like, look, I've got a Baron buff now. Might mean to be able to take the tower quicker. Extra cheeky, like, please Please go away. I don't want you here.
Oh, what is this?
Suplex him backwards. The Galliot coming in as well, but Splaff might be caught. The Unleashed Power, the stun, the damage. Nice guy, Dom, on a killing spree. And Death by Lollipops trying to get out of this one. Might not be able to. Nice double knock up. Little dash away. Can he turn this fight? Extra cheeky. Gonna be taken low, but Ezreal will come in for the shutdown. But it's not going to matter too much because there are members on the top side. They decided that they want to go back and reset. Baron's still on 4 members of London, but they do lose their Aatrox.
3 members. No Name getting very much slapped about by the Baron there. And now Vector looking to slap about the Cloud Drake as well, but they're doing it reasonably fast, but it is an Ezreal after all. No Name moving on in. He doesn't have vision. He needs to go. He sees the health bar now, looking for a ward hop in. No, instead going to take over the blast cone. 2k health on the Drake. Can he find the steal?
No Name trying to get in, but gets CC'd and he has to jump out. The Dragon is going very, very low. Little reset, but the damage is still there. It will be taken up by Vector this time around. That's their second of the game. London not really in a position to contest. Death was still dead from his death at the split push, and honestly, you're kind of okay giving that away. London just looking for the inside track. Will be able to grab a tower.
Oh, TP from Death by Lollipops.
Into the top lane. Doesn't have Baron, but does have a wave, and the rest of London going to be pushing in towards this mid tower. Can get this one down pretty quickly. Will there be any kind of engage coming in from Vector? Blue Spirit steps forward for one last order before backing away. On the top side, Aatrox and Set going at each other. But we're going to be watching how this mid lane goes down, because London, they're going to be melting through this. They're going to be able to grab this one. Death by Lollipops moving down potentially to contest, but not going to need to in the end. And the inhibitor's going to be the next target. Vector being pulled around the map, aren't able to get the engage that they want. There's no tower to assist them this time. Death by Lollipops going to be bringing the next minion wave in, but the rest of London's going to come up. Someone needs to give it the Baron. Oliver going to be the first one responding to that one. And this could be a second tower going down inhib-wise. London playing this one clinically right now. What are Vector going to do? Are they going to try and engage, or what's good?
Well, No Name is fishing for those Qs. Yuki brought down kind of low, so it is a bit risky, but they are happy to play it safe. Like you said, play it by the books. Get this Baron in and walk it into the back of the net, but there's the engage.
This could be the fight, though. Dunlossie's gone in and done a decent amount of damage to the Janna. Previous, unable to get the taunt down there. The extra cheeky already had to use the shield. Is so low in the back. Splaff being cut through as well. Members of Vector going in and getting taken low. Splaff and extra cheeky have to go back to the fountain. Dunlossie looks like he wants to be moving back there as well, but they've done enough to keep London away from their top tower. They've only lost one inhibitor on that, so not a bad defense, all things considered.
Yeah, they managed to keep the tower alive and nobody dies as well. Flash lost from Dunlossie, so not great. You don't want to see that, but it keeps it alive. So this is just stalling out time and running out the Baron. That's great. On top of that, Vector managed to get for Drake earlier, so no spooky third Drake shenanigans coming through there. So it's pretty decent for them. The issue, of course, they have is, as always, Splaff. XD. The problem is that he has not finished his second item. He's now not going for Rogue because he knows this game doesn't go for another 10 minutes. He's going for more magic resist to help him out versus Dom and Blue Spirits. His extra cheeky takes a fair bit of damage, but should be okay. And yeah, Splaff building towards that Abyssal Mask. It's a nice enough item, but you kind of feel like as a team, it's probably just better to get that one on Dunlossie. This is very much a budget option for Splaff, who realizes he's not in the best of situations. And last week it was Splaff had sick plays, but not great ults. This time around, ults have been nice, but the plays haven't really been working. So I know which version I'd prefer to see if I had to pick between the two. But now, London moving on into the bottom lane, knocking down this outer tower. Baron has expired, so this should be defendable, but 4 people moved up to the top side to go stop Death by Lollipops. No one is here to back off the wave.
Wave's just going to be crashed in and a lot of damage coming in onto the tower. Blue Spirit's not even hit, but it will be hit. The instant cleanse coming in from the Sejuani, but now there's not many tools for Vector. Previous jumps away and is melted down by Blue Spirits. Knockup won't allow for a second engage, but there's not really much defense for this tower. It's probably going to go down. Aatrox in the top side. Again, doesn't like these team fights, and the inhibitor going to be taken very, very low. Could well be taken down. Aatrox and Set fighting in the top side, but there goes the second inhib. Blue Spirit's No Name in the base. Nice guy Dom and Oliver outside. They're going to be looking for the third inhib tower, which is already super, super low. Will be cut down by Death by Lollipops, and Blue Spirits has gone for the long-range engage. Will be suplexed out, but taken down before Blue Spirits lands. And London taking out a big member of Vector, taking out the third inhib. Could this well be the game?
They might look to try for the end here. It's a 5v4, but they don't quite have any minions. Just waiting on those super waves and waiting on the Baron. That is up in just 1 minute, as is the spooky third Cloud Drake, but this game does not go to a fourth. No team worried about that Cloud Drake right now when it's so close for London being able to end.
What's going on here then? Oh,
is this a highlight of Splash results?
Oh, last week.
Oh, that's the good one. We know one wants to see that one.
Teleporting in. Nice. What have we got going on here?
Is this for TP flank of a lifetime? Yeah, this is what he just TPs in behind 4 people.
Flashes forward.
This is so irrelevant to the game. But we
kinda dies. Okay. I'm starting to get like.
This is content whilst we wait. No, look, everyone's committing to the fight. Oh, ow.
Okay.
Joe, I love you so much. This is great content whilst we wait for the Baron to spawn. Oh, good lord. And then his team gets completely rolled because it's like, where's Splaff? He's our one carry in this fight. Oh, good lord. This one was the sort of the okay one where it didn't really accomplish a lot. Oh, do we have the TP where he was like literally 2 feet away from the fight? Because that one was also quality. Ezreal! Oh!
Not going to be the steal, it's going to be secured by No Name for those of you actually watching the game.
Alright, let's go back to last week's games. Look at this TP! Content!
It's the flank.
Oh, it's actually bullying. Oh, no. To be fair, it did get a good flank, but, like, was it that important? Who's to say? He does get a good flank. They win the fight. This is what I mean. He actually plays the fights really well. It's just the ways he gets to them are unorthodox, to say the least, you know?
He's a maverick, but damn it, does he get results? And
exactly.
London, looking in a decent position, are going to engage onto the scary third dragon, the Cloud, and looks like they're going to be able to take this one out for free. I kind
of thought they were just going to walk it in after they took the Baron. Like, fine, we can do the Cloud. It's a bit of a waste of the Baron timer, to be honest. Oh, this is the quality one. Yeah, screw this game, last week's game. This is quality one. Team is winning the fight, ults 3 people out of it.
I mean...
Look at that. Boop.
Yeah, not...
Didn't need the fight anyway. Alright, but again, it's like Splaff actually carried that game, but just a little asterisk, you know. Oh, and then they won.
Nice.
Oh, that was quality content, thanks, Joe. So,
moving back towards our game, London versus Vector. London have Baron, 3 dragons, and are looking towards the game. They've got 3 inhibitors down. Vector are kind of, they're not in a great position.
It's not great.
I think it's
Yuki
one more
is a lot stronger than they look. If Yuki hits a Q on Oliver, it's literally half health. It's just kind of, if Blue Spirits hits a Q on anyone, they are very dead. So, it's a bit of a mismatch. But Dunlossie looks for the engage.
Dunlossie looks for the engage. XPG follows up. The Galliop's not going to land onto anyone. Will actually be able to land on the Aatrox who's moved forward, but nice go Tom, just putting in so much damage. Dunlossie's going to be cut through. On the side, Splaff goes down. Pravius is going to be cleaned up, and Yuki makes 5. As it's going to be the clean ace coming in from London. Double kills to the carries, and the Nexus will follow. They're going to pick up their 3rd win of the split as they demolish Vector.
Yeah, pick up that dub, remaining at the top of the standings, saving my predictions. But honestly...
asterisk, they're not actually
literally
top.
Everyone.
They are second. Absolved have
second? They're not in first place?
Absolved haven't lost yet.
Okay, so
they're now second because Absolved haven't lost.
Because Absolved the 3-0.
But Absolved play later today.
Yeah, so. Okay, that checks, yeah. So, nice dub for London. But I feel like it was not that clean. It took 15 minutes for them to actually do anything. And you have a Lee Sin and an Aatrox. Like, I think there was definitely a lot of possibilities for them to look for a lot more. When you look over, you know, on the other side, it was kind of, yeah, okay, you have Sejuani, so you're okay with not doing a lot early, you're okay with stalling the game out, but I think, obviously, we've seen what Splash Rise can do, you know? I would have liked to have seen a lot more attention in the mid lane from both sides, because eventually Dom got to the point where it's like, I have an ult, you don't, you have Realm Warp, you know, and can start to chunk out Splash and really threaten him. I feel like if we got a little bit more damage, a little bit more ganks in there, you can actually get Splash going into the good half of Splash Rise that we all know and love. But it seems like no team really did anything in terms of the lanes early on. Yes, we saw a very nice sort of early Herald and early, I think, did they get first dragon or was that
it was taken by Vector, yeah.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. So they got the really good objective control going on. You think they sort of playing like they had an Olaf, you know. That works really well. But I would like to see both teams get a little bit more in terms of actually just like making I just like kills. You know, nothing happened for the first 15 minutes. Obviously, when you have Hasib, it's totally fine to go even because you know this man's going to lock in his patented Kaiser or Zaya and hard scale. But I just feel like that is kind of... It's punishable from London, you know. There is a chance that they get exposed later on in the season, I think, if they keep playing like this. Or this style, I should say.
We're a little bit pressed for time. I'm going to have to push you in terms of MVP for this game.
Oh, what a question. Oh, throw it onto Dom. Yeah, because they actually started getting things going when Dom started landing the ults, you know. Dom chunks out Splaff in the mid lane. Sorry, chunks out the Ezreal in the mid lane. They go and get a cheeky dragon, and then just starts actually getting kills onto Splaff. Yes, because 3 people came in, but still, I think the Syndra was very important. We also saw a good defense on the Baron, even though they were doing it so slowly as a 3-man stack. It didn't really matter because you have the Janitor heal everyone up, and then Dom is zoning really hard to make sure that nobody can get anywhere near that pit to worry about stealing it. So I guess I'd give that one on to Dom.
Nice.
I say I guess. That made it sound like I was like, if I have to. But no, Dom, yeah. Let's say it more confidently.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all that me and Harry are going to be here for, I'm afraid. We're going to be going off, parting ways, but hopefully we'll see each other again very soon. But we are going to be taking a short break. When we come back, we've got Skriv and Jamada coming in to watch our last 2 games of the day, which will be starting off with Viperio taking on Bulldog. So make sure you don't go anywhere. But from myself and Harry, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in a bit. These are my predictions, because that's what Viperio said. And splatting a lot of damage. Needs to be careful. We'll go down for first blood. Nice go, Dom. Able to just ult that one away.
Predict that.
They've managed to prove for themselves, and Oliver, though, needs to be super careful. The Oliver from Sejuani will be missed, though. The Janna will instantly fall. Actually takes a lot longer, and Oliver's able to get out. No way has that happened. Unleashed power will be enough, but the flash roll from Dunlossie will secure the kill. It's straight in low. It's 2 for 1 right now. Blue Spirits just...
But Dunlossie looks for the engage.
Dunlossie looks for the engage. XPG follows up. The Galliot's not going to land onto anyone. Will actually be able to land on the Aatrox who's moved forward, but nice go, Tom. Just putting in so much damage. Dunlossie's going to be cut through. Almost...